camera.
Can I please have your supervisor?
Yes, you surely can.
I'm not being rude, right?
Reference the trespasser is refusing to provide his ID and cooperate.
I'm not being rude. I'm not.
You are. You are.
I'm not.
You are.
I'm not giving
And
you
now,
an attitude,
now
miss.
I'm going to be placing you under arrest. Why? Because you're not obeying my command. I'm telling you. I explained to you.
So you're gonna place me under arrest before your supervisor comes?
As soon as he get here, I'm going to proceed with my decision. Because you're being uncooperative. It's a simple document of, I made contact with Mr. Such and Such.
My question is...
She asked for him to no longer return to the store.
He
was issued a formal trespass warning.
Totally
he was educated
that
if he comes back, he will be trespassing after warning. Which
totally,
is what I'm trying to do, right?
I'm totally okay with that.
He's not cooperating though, right?
Miss, can I please speak? I know, but before the ID comes, the owner has to ask me to leave first.
No.
And then she never asked me to leave. I haven't even spoken to her today.
You don't know the law.
You have to give me a chance first, and then if I come back, then you trespass. Miss, I know it.
Okay, so Google it.
And that's why I asked for your supervisor. I'm not going to do that.
Because you don't know, you're not understanding.
Can I have your name and badge number, please?
Sure. Bonney, 466 is right there.
Thank you. Can I have your name and badge number, please? Thank you so much. I'll wait for your super. I'm trying to be as cooperative as possible.
You're not being cooperative.
But nobody has asked me to leave
You're not being cooperative. Just like you asked me for my ID, my information, I gave it to you.
Yes.
You're not being cooperative.
I don't have to until I committed a crime.
No, actually you do.
We'll wait for the supervisor, please. But can I... Okay. Then I'll walk out.
But no, now it has to be documented.
No, your supervisor is going to tell you. I'm trying to be as... I'm trying to be as cooperative as possible.
No, you're not. You're not.
That's the first time she asked me. And then you have to give me a chance to walk out.
We are going to give you a chance to walk out, but she wants, all she needs is your ID. You're making it more difficult
it's not legal to ask for it
yes,
before.
It is.
No, it's not, miss.
Listen, she explained to you what
I know, and she was being very nice about it. I understand her.
Prove yourself. You're the one that's going to
But I do know, miss.
Okay.
I work for a law firm. I do know. I do know.
Okay. Go look it up.
All right, so it's like...
No, go look it up. Since you know,
Miss, I'm not trying to be.
When we issue a trespass warning,
I'm trying to
it has
walk
to be
out.
documented because we're not going to keep track of every single person. So we need to have it documented.
So
now if you come back, we know, okay, he was given a trespass warning on this date and this time. But you're not being cooperative. So
I'm trying to walk out,
once my supervisor get here, we're going to go forward with my decision.
Are you detaining me? Am I being detained?
Yes, you're interfering with my investigation.
Am I being detained?
You're being...
Am I being detained?
This is an investigation.
Am I being detained?
Until the supervisor get here? Yes. You want to speak to the supervisor, right?
I request to remain silent.
That's what you want? The supervisor, no? So we're going to give you the supervisor.
I have trust people in the past for my property. So the way it works is, without your official capacity, if you walk into my property and you commit a crime, then I can formally ask you to leave. If you refuse, then I can contact the police and say, this person is refusing to leave. Can you please trespass him?
I understand
but
here's the thing. That's not
can
the
you
issue.
let me finish, please?
Because this can be all in that.
Let me finish. Please, let me finish.
This
I
could
was
have been all
talking.
avoided.
Miss, please.
No, listen, because
See,
you're
I'm
making
trying
it
to
more
be
difficult.
respectful.
We
No,
could have
I'm
been done with this long time ago.
I'm not willing to give up my rights.
Nobody's asking you to. She's just asking you for your ID. That
Exactly.
is it. For her
And
to
that's a
just
request. Asking for an ID is a request, not a demand.
Doesn't matter.
Yes, it is.
When we
Asking
have
for an
when we
ID
have-
and demanding ID, two totally different.
Once you're conducting an
And I'll wait for the
Once
supervisor.
you're conducting an investigation and you refuse, now
You have to have
entertain an
reasonable,
investigation.
articulable suspicion
Yes,
that
I do.
no, you didn't.
He's already advised that you have committed a theft in the past, and he no longer wants you to come here. So now,
Is there documentation on that?
It's a documentation where he contacted the police. So now
On
I'm going
me?
to also look that up, and I'm
Go
also going to
ahead.
proceed with that charge too. But you're making it worse than it needs to be.
You never mentioned a theft before, and I've
said-
never been
did
charged
I not
with
just
one.
say did I not just say a few seconds ago that they stated that you possibly stole something?
Possibly.
In the past, and you ran away when the police came?
Possibly.
They said you did. He did,
That's
right?
hearsay.
It was him? He ran across the street. So he's being positively identified as a man who committed a theft. 6 months ago, you said, right?
I touched you?
Excuse me at the time. Outside. And after I come back again, video and after, when I tell you guys again.
Was I charged with that?
You ran.
Because that's hearsay.
You ran.
Yeah, you ran.
I don't know nothing about that incident. And he's saying that I pushed him. There's no incident number.
It actually is. I'm gonna run a records and find it. I'm definitely am.
Please.
Pull up the camera too, please. you still have it?
That's what I'm saying.
Did you file a police report?
No, I don't have no recollection of this. And I feel targeted. I feel so targeted right now. I haven't done a thing. I feel it's hearsay. You can't have reasonable articulable suspicion that I committed a crime off of hearsay. You have to witness it, miss. I'm not trying to give you a hard time.
Anyway, I don't want you. I just ask you to leave.
Respectfully, I will, but they're not letting me.
It's up to them, you know.
We have to do a documentation when they say
After I
trespassing.
refuse to leave
No.
first.
Once
Well,
she's saying
the
that she wants
supervisor
to
will
do
say
a
it.
formal trespass, we have to be
The supervisor will say.
Okay, so what
Yes,
she's
please.
glad to let the supervisor.
Yes.
What she's trying to tell you
Thank
is
you.
that you're completely correct.
Thank you.
Okay?
I
I'm not
appreciate-
saying,
I appreciate
but
it.
listen to me. There's a process for this. So once after
Yes.
they say in person, okay, we no longer want you here. We now have to document it as a trespass warning, and we let you go. But
Okay.
in order
That's
for
the
us
only time I
to
actually
do,
say ID.
hold on,
Okay.
hold on,
All right.
hold on.
All right.
The only way we can do that
I
is
appreciate
by
you guys,
requesting
obviously,
is by requesting your ID just to document it, and that's it. And you go on your merry way.
So,
But
all
I
right.
just said
That's
that
all
to
it
you.
is.
So, okay.
I
So
said that
under
to
the
you
Penal
multiple
Code of
times.
Florida, in order to provide ID, you have to be lawfully put under arrest.
No.
Yes.
No, you can be just detained.
No.
What law
Yes, you
firm you
can.
work
What
for?
law firm do you work for?
No. The supervisor will let,
What law firm
I'm
do
being
you
very
work for?
respectful for you.
And we are too. I'm trying to explain it
It's
to
the
you.
same
What law
reason
firm
you
do you
can't
work
just
for?
you can't just go up to somebody. Can I
I'm
have your
curious,
ID?
What law firm do you work for?
I don't have to divulge that information.
Okay.
I'm being very respectful.
And so are we. I'm just
just gonna
explaining
wait
And now
our
for the
process.
I'm asking
We're
you
gonna
to
wait
give
for
me
the
permission to
supervisor.
leave, like she asked.
No, because we have to document that you were officially trespassed.
Okay.
And we
To
can't
be
do that unless we don't know who
to
you
be
are.
officially trespassed, you have to. If I came into your residence, you have to ask me first, man,
They
sir.
already asked.
And I'm trying to leave, and you
But it
guys
has
are not
to be
letting me because she
documented.
says I'm detained.
It has to be documented.
In order to obtain my ID lawfully for the detainment, I have to stay here after she asked
I
me.
don't understand why you're making this
I
so
know.
complicated.
Because I'm not willing to give up my rights, miss.
But you-
As a
it's
person
not-
of
it's not-
color,
it's not
I
giving
would have
up your
hoped that
rights.
you
Don't pull a
understand
black,
that.
Don't pull a color card with me. That doesn't matter to me. I don't see color.
I'm black.
I don't see color. I don't care what you are
And
as far as
I'm-
your ethnicity.
my
I'm
race-
not judging you
no.
based off your race. I'm simply telling you.
You have to work
so
within
if,
your
no,
rights,
listen to me,
miss.
and I'm telling you within the
Can you
rights
de-escalate,
of them,
please?
you de-escalate. You're making this complicated.
Miss, can I talk to you?
So like I stated,
Please.
now he wants to talk.
Okay. So when you got here, nobody in the shop
Do you
or
remember the
customer,
exact date that this happened?
nobody asked me to leave.
And then we
So,
clarified
in
that
order-
and I had her do that.
So in order,
That's exactly how I do it now.
in order for the
I need the date.
it's all hearsay. That's what,
I'm not
so
gonna-
if I go onto your property and you say, sir, please leave, first you have to give me the chance to leave. If I refuse, then you can do the trespass.
Can you check if there was a theft report reported about a year and a half, and a male ran away?
But now she's fishing.
Because I'm inside. They don't know the exact date. They don't.
I don't know how I'm being detained for something you don't know.
Oh, I'm talking about the trespass.
Okay.
It's you know, I'm not trying to be difficult. If you would have asked me to leave, I would have walked out.
But it's okay,
But nobody
sir.
asked me.
We simply want to document.
No, porque en la ley, para, in the law, for the police to ask you for your ID, you have to, for them to demand.
Do anything wrong, just give your ID.
No, that's the thing. You give up your rights that way.
You know why? He doesn't want it to be on record that he was formally trespassed. So now if he come back, he can say, I didn't
Miss,
get a trespass. What
Miss.
you talking about?
Miss, please, I'm talking to her.
I'm speaking
So
from
today I need it,
So,
okay?
Yeah.
wanted
So the
formal
way,
trespass. That's how
So
you
the-
called it in, right?
Listen,
Okay, so because you asked for it to be a formal trespass, it has to
you
be
had to
documented.
give me the chance to
So,
walk out
as
first.
as I stated, he feels like trespassing is once I tell you to
It's
leave,
not what I feel,
now
it's what
he
the
needs to
law
walk
is.
Out. According to the Florida state statute,
You have to
trespass
ask me to
warning
leave
is a formal
first.
trespass in front of the property owner or
You
anyone
have
who
to ask me
has
first.
power or authority to make a formal decision.
She already said I'm
It will be
correct.
documented.
Yeah, but it has to be documented, and that's where you're refusing to
So,
provide identification.
okay, in order to, that's not legally reasonable or articulable suspicion to obtain my ID. You can't just say, I need your ID. You have to ask me first, please, sir, can you please leave the property? You have to give me a chance. Once I walk out and I refuse, then that's a crime.
No,
Then
once
you have
come
reasonable
back,
articulable
no,
suspicion
if
to
you walk
obtain
out
my
and you
ID
come back,
legally.
The crime is that you're trespassing after warning. Once you leave and you make the decision to leave, because there are plenty of people that decide to leave.
Yes, but
When
I was
you
never
leave,
asked to.
Listen to me. Can I speak, please?
Yes.
This shouldn't be a battle to talk. We're both grown.
Go ahead.
Okay? Once you walk out and you decide, okay, I'm gonna leave, and you come back a few months later and decide that you're just gonna take it upon yourself, I'm gonna take my chances and come back.
That's a
but you
crime.
were given a trespass.
Yes.
Yes, but how
Correct.
does the officer who respond know that you were given a trespass if it's not documented?
Because she never asked me. She just admitted to you that was when she asked me. And you
I
were
don't
supposed
think
to
you
give me a
understand what I'm
chance.
explaining. He's
You're-
not catching what I'm saying.
in order
right?
to be trespassed, you got to give the person a chance to leave.
It's not, you're not understanding her part of it.
I understand, but it's not lawful.
And just for the record, I know you're recording.
I never, yeah, that's fine. Please. And I'm not trying to give you a hard time. I'm not being disrespectful. I'm not
I
cursing.
didn't say that.
I'm not doing
No
nothing.
cursing.
Right
We're
now,
speaking
I'm
to
really
each other.
standing up for my rights. And I hope
No one
you
cursed.
guys who swore an oath to the Constitution upholds it.
Yes,
Please.
we do. Well, we
Please.
hope that we have civilians who understand their rights and understand
Yes,
the law
and I
before
do.
they try to go
And a
against it
request for an
end up being
ID
wrong.
and a demand for ID are
Yes.
two totally
I said,
different
can I
things.
have your, didn't I say, can I have
Yes,
your ID?
that's a request. That's a request. May I have, can I have? That's a request. And then I can formally say no. Because I will be giving up my rights because I
let's
didn't
go
commit a
ahead.
crime.
Listen, we're going to get the supervisor here.
Thank you.
can talk to the supervisor.
Thank you, I
And we're
appreciate
going
it.
to all continue to have a wonderful month. What's today? Wednesday?
Yeah, this
And,
is.
all right.
That's
So,
all I wanna do.
and since you're being reasonable, my
I
name is
just want-
Andrew.
Nice to meet you.
My name is Andrew.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
I just simply want to enjoy the rest of my coffee.
Since you're being
actually.
reasonable.
And have a
The
good
question
Wednesday.
is, if you're not willing to provide your ID, would you be willing to provide your
Full name and date of birth, address, no. I know
that's
how,
where I want.
ma'am, respectfully, I know how it works.
Okay.
Respectfully. I'm not trying to give you a hard time.
Not a problem, Andrew.
Respectfully. I got a 97.9 on my civil service exam. I have many family in law enforcement. I have many family who are lawyers. I'm actually standing up for your rights, her rights, everybody else's
Understood.
rights.
You just we're trying to help you understand that this is what was requested. I didn't
I
ask to
know.
come here. I got sent here.
Yes, it was a request. I know.
And she asked for you to be formally trespassed.
But I have
A
to commit a
formal
crime
trespass?
first.
No. If they have a right as a private entity
Yes.
to request for a formal trespass. Just like you have a right
Exactly.
as a, what's the example you gave me? When someone is at your house and you ask them to leave and they
Yes.
leave.
If you,
Right?
But once
But
you
then-
ask them,
and they
then
don't
if they
leave.
don't, that's when you could demand the ID and issue the form of trespass. But I was never given that chance.
Just listen to me.
Nobody asked me
Listen
to
to
leave.
me. When you have somebody at your home, so you understand, and you ask them to leave, and they refuse to leave.
There you go.
Listen to me. That's now trespassing after warning.
That's no. Not legally. You have to give the person
That's gone.
a little bit of time to leave. If they refuse, then that's when you can issue the trespass.
Manager, can I get your ID so I can have it
Let me
documented?
go to my office. I'll be back.
Thank you.
I'm really not trying to be disrespectful. I'm really not.
You said you were?
I'm really not.
You were at all. It's just that you could have been gone a long time ago if you had just cooperated with her.
I am cooperating.
Nah.
But I'm not willing to give up my rights in order to do it.
Nobody's taking away your rights either.
I'm not saying that you are. I just think your understanding of the trespass is a little skewed. That's all. That's it. And I'm not trying to
Just
say that.
because you're-
And I'm not trying to say
but
that
that's
as your ability as a law enforcement.
That's-
Please don't take that
That's
disrespect.
because
I
you
support
don't feel
law
like
enforcement.
You don't feel like a trespass is suitable for this situation because she didn't tell you to leave. But however, she has a right to request
To
that
ask.
you are formally trespassed.
Yes, she has the right to ask me to leave.
To have you formally trespassed.
She has to ask me first.
Yes, she has the right to formally trespass.
If you own a business, you can't just say, hey, I don't like this guy's skin color. I want him trespass from my property. Because you don't have no reasonable, articulable suspicion that he did anything wrong.
But she's already saying that
You
she
get me?
has a reason, which is what I said.
And that's what
to
she
you
had to ask me to
about the
leave
crime.
first.
But you're saying she doesn't have a reason. She just said that you committed
and she
a
couldn't
crime
provide,
in the
and there was
past.
no police. That's hearsay.
I'm
Because
gonna
there's
look-
no
I'm
police
gonna
report, there's
actually
no
go-
nothing.
Once I can
It's,
get to my computer,
it's
I'm
hearsay.
gonna go and I'm gonna look it up.
But then you didn't have reasonable articles
I
because
do,
you just said,
based off of him, it was already
you just
generated.
admitted on camera right now
And I'm
that
admitting
you
to
don't, you didn't have
that-
anything,
Listen to me.
and that you were gonna
No,
look to see.
No,
You
I
just
said
said
I'm gonna
that.
find the case number. You
No,
said an incident
you
number.
just said it on camera.
Yes, I did.
You're going to find it, which
The
means
incident number.
you don't have reasonable articulable suspicion now to demand my
The
ID.
man just said you committed.
That's
a crime.
hearsay.
Okay, Andrew, I'm done having a conversation.
That's
To my
if
supervisor
somebody
here,
said,
please, that's it.
Miss
I-
Bonney,
sorry,
the
I no longer want
Miss
to
Bonney,
speak.
the cop shot
Andrew, I
someone.
no longer want to speak.
So don't
Thank you.
speak. I'll talk.